So we're back.
Oh yeah.
We had to make a second one because we took a fat L on that first one. What the hell happened, man?
We could have not been more wrong,
Dude.
at all.
I'm sorry. I'm trying not to cuss, but this is some shocking information that's come to light, man.
In a week.
In a week.
A week.
A week.
Has it even been a full week?
I think it's been a week since we posted the video, but not since we made it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What the hell, y'all? So we wanted to make a second video because this coronavirus is killing us, man. No more NBA. No more March Madness.
No more soccer. Baseball just got suspended. They're gonna move the season debut back. Ranger Stadium was supposed to debut with the Chris Stapleton concert. Was it tomorrow, isn't it? March 14th.
Yeah, March 14th, 2 days.
And so March 14th. And that's being postponed. The XFL just announced actually that they're gonna suspend the season until they can figure out what the hell's going on with everything.
Tom Hanks is back to being Forrest Gump. It's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Please don't take Tom Hanks 2020. Please don't. We don't need that.
Bro, I'm gonna throw these hands if they take him.
Yeah, no. Somebody got to get shot 2020. Bro. I'm talking about you. You gonna get shot. No, but I mean honestly, like early in the day, I was talking to some people and we're just talking, just shooting the shit, and I saw the reports about the Warriors and the Nets potentially playing the game with no NBA fans.
Yeah, which I thought it was gonna be kind of crazy. Like that's gonna be a quiet ass stadium.
Yeah, it's just it'd be weird. It's like for all my 2K people out there, it's like playing 2K with the crowd off because you're recording for a Twitch stream or something. Like how it sounds weird. You got no comments. Well, they don't have commentary, but you know how it is. Like when there's no like cheer, it's just weird. It's a little weird.
It's like almost as if they were playing in the WNBA. Ooh, yikes.
Go after him. Go after him. I didn't say nothing.
Come
ladies, ladies, I
out.
love you. I love you, ladies.
No,
I don't know about him.
You gotta admit, come on,
I don't know about
it's strange.
I'm just saying.
Come on, it's all for fun.
No,
we're
but
just having fun.
The only thing that hasn't canceled is the WWE. Like wrestling, that's about it. That's left.
Vince McMahon is about his money.
Yeah, I mean, but he canceled the XFL. I don't know if he really has a choice, or if they really gave him a choice with the XFL.
I don't know, man. It's so strange. Things are going crazy. A lot of the colleges and stuff are thinking about postponing the rest of the semester. I know that a couple universities around here, they extended spring break for another week while they try to figure this out.
March 23rd is when a lot of schools are going to come back, and I have some people at UTA. They were texting me earlier talking about how they're going to extend another week of spring break, and then online classes are going to start. So there's no more meeting up in classes or anything to kind of help contain of like what's going on.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy, and it sucks because one of the classes I have a lab that I have to do, and I have to like work with models and all that and stuff, and it's gonna be so much harder if I have to do it online.
For the lab, I don't know how they're gonna do the labs, because that's obviously all hand-on work. Like you need to kind of be there and to see what you're doing with this stuff. So I don't know how they're gonna do that online, or maybe they'll just drop the class completely, but that's gonna affect somebody's graduation maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna bring them a semester back. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's crazy on like what's happening.
And these people fighting over toilet paper and stuff. Like,
well, yeah, I was gonna talk about that. So my parents are currently out shopping right now because they see what the hell's going on, and we're all at home yesterday and we're watching the Maverick game, and then they announced that the NBA season is gonna be suspended. A player had tested positively for the coronavirus
for the Jazz, right?
Yeah, for Rudy Gobert, the center for the Jazz. He actually. Donovan Mitchell, the starting shooting guard on the team, actually got confirmed positive test too. And out of all the 58 players, staff, personnel on the Utah Jazz, those were the only 2 cases, fortunately. And, according to studies, I don't want to like jinx or anything, but, they're 2 healthy young men. So, the survival rate is very strong when it comes to that group of people. But like I was saying, we're watching the game and they kind of talk about that. And I'm like, dude, if they cancel the NBA season, people are going to freak the hell out. And it's already, we've already seen the stories. I'm sure y'all seen it too, like on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media y'all have, with everybody just buying everything, and it's insane. So my parents were at Sam's Club earlier today, and they're saying there is nothing. There's like no disinfectant wipes. There's no toilet paper. It is just nothing. Like people are taking everything off the shelves. We're watching the news earlier out in California. I know California's been going through some things. It's one of the hot spots in the San Francisco area. There's lines at Costco that people were waiting for hours to try to get in Costco. And it's just insane, like we lived through like the swine flu era, the Ebola, like how we're talking about.
Nothing like this.
This is like completely like different. This is, when this first came out, I was like, oh, here it is. Here's swine flu, Ebola. Here's the typical thing, I say every election year is when something comes out. But my parents, who are like, around the 50 age mark, they're telling me they've never seen nothing like this. And for me being young, it's kind of like, what the hell? Like,
well, it kind of makes you realize how prepared like everybody is for it. Like it's insane because once the stores, they stop supplying, the amount of demand that is needed, then what do? Then certain stuff falls. Then you don't have school. Like I was thinking, we were talking about it at work. I work at a hospital, and what happens when 10% of the population gets sick? Like, we can't handle that. They were talking about if something crazy happens and we're gonna have to work in shifts and do on and off and stuff, and then we might not get a day off. And then you also have to think about, luckily I don't have kids, but who's gonna take care of those kids when they're working nonstop and everything? It's just like, it's a domino effect, and it's kind of scary. It's not necessarily the virus that's the problem, it's the panic.
Yeah, I mean, the panic doesn't help. Like I said, I guess the world, or in our generation, we haven't seen nothing like this. And, like I said, my parents are 50 and they're saying they haven't seen nothing like this. People obviously don't know how to handle that. You know how people are whenever something happens, like the gas prices for all my Texas people out here. You know what happened with gas prices when Hurricane Harvey hit? Like, it was insane. Gas was out everywhere.
That's like the only good thing going on right now.
Yeah, gas is really cheap.
Gas is $1.78 last time I checked.
I filled up for $1.81 the other day. But anyways,
yeah, and it's it's more like, okay, the NBA and stuff is an inconvenience, and it's just like the sports and entertainment's an inconvenience, but like it affects more than that, because what does that mean that those people who work at that stadium, do they not go to work? Do they not get paid?
I don't know about the other NBA teams, but my knight in shining armor, Mark Cuban, that is my man's. I claim you. That is my GOAT. Y'all can say whatever you want about the owner, Mark Cuban, on the basketball side, but as a man, Mark Cuban has to be one of the greatest people out there. I don't know if you saw, but like I said, I was watching the Maverick game and stuff like that. He had came out and he was like, before everything had went down, they already had a plan in place for the employees of the American Airlines Center and personnel of the Mavericks, who have to come to work on a daily basis, who have who get paid on the hourly, might not have the sick time. They already have a financial plan in place for those people. The world really needs to see more people like Cuban who have the kind of financial resource to really help people out, who are going to be missing work, who are going to have, time off from being sick potentially, or their kids are sick, or, whatever's going on in their life, like during this like pandemic is what the CDC is calling it, which is, it gives you goosebumps when they say pandemic. It's something they really don't want to use, but that's what they're calling it now.
Yeah, and it affects everything. I saw someone posted the other day where they were waiting, I think it was like 16 hours. They were waiting 3 hours on a plane to take off, and then they took them off the plane, and then they were waiting in a terminal for 4 hours. Then they said that it wasn't getting scheduled till the next day, and it's just like 20 hours later they're getting on a plane to go home. And it's that crazy stuff. And you also have to think of, like, if you get hospitalized and you can't go to work for 2 or 3 weeks and you don't have like that much sick pay, or you're living check to check, or whatever your financial situation is, like then what happens? If you have kids, who's gonna take care of them? And it's just,
I don't know. Hopefully the government can figure something out, or jobs will understand, like what the hell is actually going on. Like, I was talking to somebody else earlier today, and I was saying, like, if you're sick, you really need to stay home. Like, I understand, like, you might have to pay bills, but, or like, not like you should stay home, but I understand people want to go to work because of the bills, because they have mouths to feed and whatnot. But I think jobs and corporate, like America, in a sense, I guess, really need to understand, like, what's happening. Like, this, from what I've been seeing, like, from Italy, is like, yeah, it doesn't affect people our age, like 20 to 25 age. But they're saying, you still get sick. You still need to go to the hospital. So let's say, like, a lot of us get sick. There's 10,000 of us that are sick. How many beds can we really fill up in Arlington or the DFW area?
Yeah,
we're going to run out. And if you don't have the treatment, it's going to be a lot worse than what it could be, because you're not getting the medicine. There's a low supply of medicine. There's no hospitals to treat you. So, we were really wrong. We thought it was like a swine flu kind of thing. No, this can get really crazy.
Well, I still hold up that the infection itself isn't as crazy as people are making it out to be, but the effects that brings, and media, and it's just like you can't go on Instagram or Twitter or turn on the news or anything without every other thing being about the coronavirus.
Yeah, no, definitely, it's everywhere, and like you said, like the virus itself may not be, well, like in my opinion, the virus itself may not be like, you know, as deadly to us as we think, but like just kind of like what I saw is just like, you know, if there's not enough room to treat people, you know, what happens to us. Like I'm pretty sure like the percentages rises, like for us, you know, that it could be lethal if we're not getting treated correctly. It's just, it needs to be contained. Like we have to really try hard to contain this.
I mean, I think that people need to focus. There hasn't been a countrywide movement to pursue one goal since like World War II, when everyone, like, they were rationing bread. The women were going to work to make steel and stuff like that. The men were fighting, like they had all one goal, and it's crazy to think that wasn't like super long ago.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
it's just like everybody's doing their own thing nowadays, and it's only like it's only you. It's, you know, you're looking out for yourself, and like if we had that kind of mindset and going back like less than 100 years, like it's just kind of crazy how we can improve. I know we can, but everybody's just out for themselves, and, you know, buying 50 try not to cuss, buying like 50 things of toilet paper and not thinking about the other person, you know?
I mean, because like think about it, if you're buying all that toilet paper, that's a hygienic product. The next person's not going to have that hygienic product. You know what I mean? And like a lot of this disease like is from like not being hygienic and clean. You know, like you're taking all the disinfectant stuff and all that. Like, how are people supposed to clean their houses, clean, you know, like sanitize stuff? Like that's not helping the containment at all. Like the bulk buying of disinfectant stuff is not helping the containment. It's actually, in my opinion, making it worse.
Making it worse.
Because you're not giving people an option to help their household and contain their family.
I mean, I saw a video on Facebook, and it was like these two people literally fist fighting because one family was putting like, it was like 8 things of toilet paper, like the 15 bundles or 30 bundles in their cart, and buying like all of them.
Ridiculous.
People were pissed off, and they
have
the right to be,
hell yeah, you have a right
you
to
gotta
be.
think about other people. It's just when stuff like this happens, people show their true colors, and I think that if we just look out for one another a little bit more, then things will be a lot better. I mean, shout out to all the major organizations that are closing things. I mean, they're taking a hit. They're taking a financial hit. Say what you want, you know, about the NBA or, you know, whatever organization that holds large amounts of people, but they're canceling stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that the major airlines, they haven't totally canceled flights yet. I mean,
that's one thing that is
they're trying to make money off this. I mean, if you want to go and travel and stuff, you do you, and that's on you. There's nothing wrong with that, but like major airlines that still are trying to make a profit off of people, and it's like, all right, we got to slow down and figure out what's going on.
I don't know if you can cancel all like airlines, but definitely like hotspot places. Like I know in New York, it's a big hotspot place. Then like DC, Maryland area is a big hotspot place. I heard Miami is a big hotspot place. California and Seattle, like those are all like what I've heard to be like hotspot places for the disease right now. Like this is where it's big at. It's where it's impacting a lot of people. Like I honestly don't feel like we should be flying in and out of those places right now, you know, until we kind of get a grip or some more knowledge on like how this spreads, you know. Like they have things that how they think it spreads or how long like it can be contagious for, but we really need to have a good understanding, so you know we can like try to save some lives here, because it's, I don't know, it's just from seeing the stuff in Italy, like what I've been seeing on, because Twitter's a worldwide app, you can see a lot of things, you know. The average person I think is smart enough to decipher what's real and what's not off of Twitter, you know. You would hope. I have a little bit of hope for humanity, like not a lot, but I have a little bit. And it's just like we can do better. We can do a lot better. A lot of it has to do with our own pride. You know, we think we're just America is a very prideful country. You know, I'm sure you know this. We're very prideful people, especially down here in Texas. You know, we're a very prideful state in itself. But we really need to come and we really need to work together and kind of, make sure our neighbor's good or like just somebody else is good. Like, we can't be bulk buying and doing all this stupid shit like that.
Yeah, so I think the big thing we want to leave y'all with is last time we were just talking about being cleanly and, washing your hands. And I still say this is stuff that we should be doing all the time. You should always be washing your hands, several times a day. I've never seen more people at the gym disinfect their equipment than I am right now. And it's like, bro, even when there's not like a pandemic, there's still staff, like all kinds of diseases.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And if this is the scare and the wake up that we need in order to change some things, then so be it. But the last video was about being hygienic, and I think this one, if you could take anything away, and you might have a different opinion, but just like think about other people.
Please think about other people.
If you're sick, stay at home. If you need to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff, do that. But there is several other people.
Y'all really need to think about your grandparents with this one. If you love your grandparents, don't be stupid. Don't go out. Don't go to work sick. Don't go and be somewhere sick with a lot of people. People have grandparents out there, and yeah, it might not affect you directly like how it would affect somebody else, but you have to understand, like, you have grandparents too. And I don't know how you would feel about somebody going out in public being sick around your family or your grandparents, where it really affects somebody. So I mean, just be safe, be smart, be stupid, make sure you have good communication, like with your job, and hopefully your boss will understand, or your company understands, like what the hell is going on.
Yeah, and thankfully we live in a time and age where, you could send a text to someone around the world. It's like, if it's not necessary, it's not needed. Now, personally for me, I'm not going to let this whole scare stop me from living my life. Like, I'm still going to go to the gym, and if school's open, I'm still going to go to school and do that. But like, just think, if you go to the gym, don't be sneezing all over everyone. Clean your equipment. It's just like common sense stuff. I don't think that everybody needs to be in their houses, and we need to have a martial law thing going in effect. But it's just think. Take an extra second to think what you're doing and how you're doing it. And if you want to go on a cruise to
well, actually they can't go on cruises no more. I think they're shutting that down. I saw something about Carnival shutting down.
Well, damn.
Good job, Carnival.
Yeah. I had a friend at work who was going to go to Amsterdam, and he had to cancel his trip because the hotel that he was staying in, they just had an outbreak there of like Olympic players or soccer players or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they got like 5 or 6 known cases like from that hotel. So now he had to cancel his plane. This is wild.
Yeah, I know. I was actually supposed to go to Rolling Loud in May. And they haven't announced anything about canceling, but the rate that things are suspending or canceling, I don't see how Rolling Loud can still happen. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe, it's in May. I don't know how fast you can really clean up a virus that's moving as fast as this is moving. I don't know. I'm really thinking about canceling that Rolling Loud trip. I don't know. Before, on the last video, I was feeling like, kind of like whatever, it's just swine flu. It's a swine flu scare. It's just the media being the media and whatnot. But I don't know. After seeing, the big markets, the NBA, the MLB, the NHL, like it hit different for me. Like, it kind of made me realize, like, this might not be what like the other ones were. So, this is something brand new, and I don't know. I'm trying to process it every day. And, we get new information every day. It changes your opinion a little bit, but I don't know. Hopefully soon, praying, the CDC or any kind of scientists or labs, are out there, and they can find something and really, start to lead us in the right direction with a vaccine or whatever happens.
Well, to me, I think it's more of, it's not necessarily the virus that's causing a problem for me. It's more the effects of it. And I just want to say, be smart and be safe and treat other people like human beings,
please.
Because
and if you have coworkers coming in sick, get them sent home. Like, we had people coming in sick in my job and they got sent home. Like, we're not playing that. It's not a time to be playing around, coming to work, being sick. I don't want to attack Rudy Gobert. I'm not trying to attack him, but, he was sick 2 weeks ago, and he was messing around, touching the microphones, messing around in the locker room with the other players, and, Donovan Mitchell got infected because of that. And it's like a lot of players were anonymously coming out. I saw reports that saying, he wasn't taking this seriously. He was joking around. But you see how like him joking and not knowing like, how serious this is, shut down the entire league. It suspended the season. So, like, be cautious. Like I said, be safe, Don't be bulk buying. Don't be stupid with the disinfectant wipes and the toilet paper. Just get what you need so the next person can get what they need so we can really contain this. Because like we said, if you're bulk buying all this stuff that other people need, you're not helping the containment. You're actually causing a bigger problem for the containment.
Shit, or you could be like me. People think I'm crazy because I want to be a doomsday prepper. Man, I'm ready to hit on this. I got ammo. I got flashlights. I got batteries on deck. Y'all think I'm crazy?
You
but,
need them Lysol wipes. No, I'm just kidding. No, like for real though. That Disney preppers, shout out to y'all.
Everybody thinks we're crazy until you start feeling
rain
and you see that flood, baby. So,
y'all prepared. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know what it is.
All right, man. This is probably gonna be our longest podcast that we've done. So I'm trying.
Yeah, but it's a serious topic. As always, let us know what y'all think. If you have a debate about it, like hit us up, talk to us. Like we're willing to talk to y'all. This is an interesting topic where I feel like, no matter what comes out of the debate, we can both come away with something new, like learning and, maybe better ourselves from it. So, definitely hit us up, share the video. Maybe someone will see it. They'll hit us up and we can really, start a talking about not bulk buying and trying to help contain this, all the little stuff helps no matter what. The little stuff helps no matter what people think it is. If we can just get a small conversation going about just being, good for your neighbor. And not being stupid. So, hopefully y'all can come away with that.
That's it for me, dog.
Anything else?
I mean, I'm tired of talking about this, but, it's a conversation we got to have. So.
It's definitely one we have to have because it's something we've never seen before. So, I think the more we talk about it, hopefully the more we can learn about it. But, we just have to stay safe and not stupid. Just don't be stupid. Like, I don't really know how else to say it. Just don't be dumb. Really try to think here, because this thing is spreading pretty quickly. Look how fast it went from China to Europe. Now it's here. 3 people from Italy were traveling to Cuba. Now it's in Cuba. Like it's moving. It's moving quickly. So we really need to think about this kind of stuff.
That's gonna be it, guys. This video is kind of heavy, but we need to talk about it. So be smart and be safe. Treat other people like human beings, like I was saying, and just wash your damn hands. Wash them hands. All right, man. Take it easy. Peace. All right, man.
Y'all take it easy.